In this video, we'll look at the usage of preposition of and from and their difference. Although there is some overlap of meaning between the two words have widely different meanings. Firstly, the core meaning of the word of refers to an integral part or feature. For instance, a picture of London means that a view of London is inside the picture because London is an integral feature of the picture. In contrast, the core meaning of the word from refers to the place of origin. For example, a picture from London means that someone sent a picture from London to somewhere else, and the phrase doesn't tell us what's inside the picture. Some people also wonder what the difference is between of and from when they use the expression made of and made from. If the material underwent huge changes, such as chemical ones, use made from, as in the wine is made from grapes. If the material did not go through such a huge change, use made of, as in the table is made of woods. Okay, let's talk about the overlap of meaning. In some rare cases, the two words mean the same thing due to the thing that the prepositions describe. For instance, product of France and product from France mean the same thing. Firstly, the word product means the result of production. So if you say the product of France, it means the result of production is an integral part of France. This implies that production took place in France. On the other hand, if you say the product from France, it means that the result of production originates from France. This also implies that production took place in France. If you want to fully understand the difference between of and from, keep on watching this video. I'll explain the meaning of and from in detail. Let's start with the word of. The core meaning of refers to an integral part or feature. This means that if you say X of Y, X is considered an essential part of Y. For instance, sportsmanship is an attribute of a great athlete, means that sportsmanship is considered an essential part of a great athlete. When the word of is used in this sense, the word order of X and Y can be a bit flexible because you can sort out which is the larger category by context. For instance, people often say expressions like, she was a woman of honor. Originally, the word order generates a graph like this, where honor sits in the higher category to include the word the woman. However, our experience tells us that it is more natural to place the woman in the higher category to include the word honor. So our minds adjust the graph automatically. For this reason, you can be a bit flexible in word order. Moving on, let's talk about some variations of the core meaning. As time went by, the core meaning of took on some additional meaning due to the context of use. Let's take a look at 4 of them. The first meaning refers to possession. If I say the baggage of passengers, it means the passenger's baggage. If I say the window of the house, it means the house's window. The next meaning refers to sources. If I say he died of pneumonia, what I mean is that his death came from a disease named pneumonia. If I say the disease was the result of bad habits, what I mean is that the disease was the result that came from bad habits. Next, the third meaning has to do with deprivation. In other words, getting rid of something. For instance, if I want to use the word rob, I use it with of, as in the gang robbed Jason of his money. If I want to use the word deprive, I also use of, as in the gang deprived Jason of his money. The last meaning of has to do with the equal sign. The fancy term for this meaning is called the intrinsic integration. What it means is that the proportion of X as an integral part of Y is so big that I can almost say that X equals Y. Hence, I call this meaning the equal sign. For instance, take the sentence, the two towns have a distance of 27 kilometers. The 27 kilometers is such a major feature of the distance that I can almost say the distance equals 27 kilometers. Similar examples can be the color of black, the age of 99, the notion of freedom, and so on. Now, let's take a look at the meaning of the word from. The core meaning of from refers to the origin of something. For instance, if I say the painting from London is expensive, then I mean that the painting is originated from London and it is expensive. The second meaning of the word from refers to separation. It makes sense because point of origin implies separation. For example, if I want to use the word distinguish, I have to use it with from, as in it is difficult to distinguish right from wrong in such a situation. Similarly, if I want to use the word prevent, I have to use the word from, as in prevent minors from smoking. Alright, this is it for the difference between of and from. For detailed information, please visit our blog in the link below and check out our other videos. It was nice having you, and goodbye.